Oh, the apples are coming out.
Good.
And then
You did it. Boy, did you do a lot of good apple picking, Isabella.
Wow.
Boy. Here he goes. Nice job.
It was before we make the the mini apple pies, we're gonna take this corer and I'm gonna wind it in reverse and just set it up so we can put the apple in there. Okay?
Okay,
What we
and
do is
Isabella,
You
I
take
just,
this with the stem sticking in here.
right, I just want to explain to
Okay.
Isabella that this is the larger apples that
Okay.
Grandpa is doing, so they're a little
What we're gonna
harder.
do is now we're gonna go forward with the apple core and notice not only is it peeling the apple, it's slicing them at the same time. And just so that we don't, yeah, now just so that we don't use the skin in the apple pie.
But you still have to leave the core on there, right?
Yeah, we're gonna leave the core on there.
Okay,
See,
good.
now here's the thing. You notice it's
Wonderful.
sort of like an accordion. You
Oh,
notice
yeah.
that?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, now we have the second shift. Go ahead, Grandpa.
Okay, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put some flour on here. We don't want the dough to stick to this base here. Okay. And we're gonna take this. I'm gonna add a little bit of flour to this too. Here we go. I'm gonna push this down a little bit just to get it started.
It's pretty pliable, yeah,
Yeah.
right.
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start rolling it. In fact,
Always
what I
go,
wanna do is I wanna add a little flour to the roller.
right, always go from the center out. From the center out on all sides, it's usually easier.
Okay, here we go.
Right. Good, you see how it stretches easier when you start
Yeah,
center out.
and if there are other types of dough that when it goes out, it goes back in, but no, this just goes out and stays out.
Yep.
Okay. And we want to get it to the right thickness, okay? Oh, this is a good dough.
And when you get tired, Isabella will take over.
Yeah. Okay. Gee, this is, wow, it just come out great. And what I'm going to do is put this aside. I'll lift this up and have it over here. Add a little more flour. And there we go. Beautiful. Again, we start from the middle. We work out.
That looks
Okay,
good.
beautiful. What we're gonna do is I'll go like this. You want to have a little excess edge out there. What I'm gonna do is cut about approximately about 3/4 of an inch diameter. There, comme ça, comme ci, comme ça. Okay. Let's take this thing here. Now, what we're gonna do
Just put it right
is
in.
I could put it.
It goes
take
right in
it
the
over
pie
here.
plate. Yep.
And I take it right here, and I'm gonna push it in.
Good. That's phase one.
And over here, because don't forget this is gonna shrink too.
Mm-hmm.
So now this came out pretty good.
Nice job, Isabella.
Thank you.
Wow. Yeah, you really floured the board well. This is the last stretch, huh?
Yep.
We'll just get the tops on the little mini pies. And then we have to put a little milk on top of the crust. That's what makes it like a little bit brown.
Oh.
Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add apples that were already sliced and chopped up. And now these apples were already treated with cinnamon and sugar. And what we're gonna do is, as we proceed with this mini apple pie, I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of powdered potato starch to sop up any excess liquid, okay? And then we're gonna take margarine, a little bit of margarine. It's gonna add flavor to this apple pie. Take a little more. And this is gonna be really delicious. Okay, now we're gonna take the top piece, goes right over there, and I'm gonna push this down. Okay, here we go. Yeah, we don't want this thing to leak all over the stove, because eventually the heat is gonna force a lot of the apple to liquefy. And here we go. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little wash. This is milk. Put a wash on the crust. It gives it a nice appearance. After you take it out of the stove, you'll notice that beautiful appearance. And I'm gonna take a fork and we're gonna puncture about a half a dozen things in there so that the air can come out, and it just aerates the pie, gives you a nicer appearance. Okay, now what we're going to do is very gently, we're putting the fork around the outer edge, and that stops any liquefied apples from going all over the pan. Now we take the pan, put it right in the pan, and voila.
Almost had enough dough left for another pie, huh?
Yep.
But that's okay.
We needed to stretch this out. Oops.
That's clever. Gee, you really, after doing so many, you really have it down. You might just want to tuck it under. Good. And just add the fork.
Oh, gonna add just a little bit right here.
Okay.
It's just like,
It'll blend in. Nice. Yeah, you have it down pat. You did a good job. And now the milk wash and the fork. Beautiful. Just want to do an overhead shot of the 6 mini pies before they go into the oven. Can you see this? Look at all of these beautiful mini pies.
so this is how the mini pies turned out. And they're all nice and brown and they just cooled off. So here is one of them.
I can't wait to get into this apple pie. It's one of my favorite desserts.
It's a pleasure having you on the show. Come back again soon.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
Yeah.